10 financial mistakes poor people make that rich people don't. Have you ever wondered how some people become so rich and successful that their lives become a living dream while others struggle to make ends meet? They drive around in Lamborghinis and buy mansions while the poor remain poor. Most poor people remain poor their entire lives until they learn the secret to become rich. Welcome to Alpha Galore, the place for those in passionate pursuit of luxury and wealth. Smash the subscribe button now and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released. Many of us think that rich people are rich because they got lucky or were born with a silver spoon. Well, not really. The mind of poor people and the rich people are programmed to follow a schedule and do things that in their conscience will help them thrive. The only difference is the rich people have the right direction while the poor don't. Poor people form habits that keep them poor because they satisfy their needs and wants first and are afraid to make life-changing decisions. On the other hand, rich people are willing to take risks and cultivate habits that help them prosper. Here are the top 10 financial mistakes that poor people do and the rich don't. Number 1. Poor people stop acquiring financial knowledge. Even if it is about learning to work with new inventory management software or reading a book on personal finances, they hesitate to learn what they think makes others successful. They stop learning and think of it as a waste of time. They don't want to spend 10 hours reading a book that can teach them valuable life lessons because they believe it won't help them anyway. Instead of studying and learning things, they do things that are meaningless and disconnect them from their situation. They spend their free time watching TV and scrolling through the internet to find out that their favorite celebrity just bought another house. Such free time activities don't only disconnect them from their actual problems but also make them feel miserable. Rich people use their time effectively and learn things that help them explore the world of psychology, physiology, or technology to inspire them for their new business venture. They adopt habits that help them learn more about making money whenever they indulge in doing what they love. Number 2. They buy things to show off. One of the biggest mistakes that poor people make is buying things to show off. They often buy things to flaunt, such as a new phone, car, or rent a bigger house. These are the things they don't need. Updating to the latest iPhone does not make much of a difference if your previous cell phone is working fine. And if you live alone, a studio apartment is enough for you. But poor people make poor decisions and end up being financially troubled. Poor people spend their hard-earned money on things that make them look rich but forget the most important part: becoming rich. Every month they go on shopping things using their credit card to look rich, and by the end of the month, they hardly save anything after paying the credit card bill. In their attempt to look rich, they often find themselves stuck in the never-ending loop of overspending money, which rarely lets them save enough money and invest it. Number 3. Wasting time and money. Time is money. You can be at a party all night spending money on drinks, or you can learn about stocks and start investing. Poor people waste time and money doing meaningless things. They talk about how they hate their job and want to settle in life, but they are never ready to make an effort for it. They work a 9-to-5 job, and as soon as they are home, they binge watch their favorite TV program until midnight while eating ice cream laying on their couch. On weekends they go out with friends and don't think about improving their life and working toward their goals. Rich people work hard every day. They move ahead and make progress even when they are sick and busy. Rich people spend every free hour that they get to plan their next move and gain knowledge instead of emptying their credit cards to entertain themselves. They are partying when rich people are getting richer. Number 4. They live off paycheck to paycheck. You cannot predict life, and therefore you don't know what happens the next moment. You could get in an accident, break your phone screen, lose your job, or get sick. Your life can take a bad turn anytime. Poor people are never ready for such situations because they don't save money for unexpected situations. They spend the entire paycheck each month and wait for the next paycheck to spend again. They increase their expenses to a point that they barely make ends meet even when they are earning more than their counterparts who save and invest. This is why they struggle to pay a surprise medical bill or unexpected car repair charges. They never create a cushion for unexpected events in life, which often embarrasses them in front of others as well. Number 5. They don't make a budget. The first step to understand where your money is going is to make a budget. Poor people do not make a monthly budget for spending money carefully. When they do, they don't stick to it. A budget does not have to be very strict, but it is important to maintain a record of where every dollar from your income is going. Poor people hate writing down everything and always blame their employers for paying them less even if they are earning a six-figure income. If someone earns a six-figure income every month but at the end of each month ends up empty-handed and living paycheck to paycheck, they are bound to stay poor until they budget income and save. Number 6. Ignore credit score. Poor people fail to realize the importance of a good credit score and credit report. They never understand how the credit score lowers their chances of getting future loans, mortgage, and insurance. They often feel lazy and don't pay their credit card debt in time, in full, or delay payments. They use credit cards to make purchases such as new phones, cars, and jewelry. They withdraw money for things they cannot pay for. Later they are unable to pay the debt and this lowers their credit score. A lower credit score, or a debt written off in the past, makes it very difficult for them to get a loan approved even much later in life. This creates future problems for them and they can never finance their business ideas with a loan. Number 7. Not saving for retirement while they are employed. If you don't want to save money and want to expand your expenses, there are thousands of ways you can do that. Poor people never save for retirement. They are ignorant and always blame others for their financial situation. Every dollar that you earn in your working years should help you afford the same lifestyle in the non-working years of life. Poor people don't realize the importance of saving for retirement until it is too late. They find excuses to not save for retirement such as, "My employer does not offer an employer's contribution retirement plan. I have too many expenses," or "Retirement plans are not a good investment." Number 8. Not having a life insurance. Poor people are ignorant when it comes to securing their family's future. Every person is one accident away from becoming disabled. Savvy investors invest in their family's adequate protection. Poor people don't. They avoid paying even a small sum every month for life insurance, health insurance, or disability insurance. This is one of the most common reasons why poor people's families never become financially independent when they die. In case the breadwinner becomes disabled, they start living off on government benefits. Not having life insurance when you have minor kids can be the cruelest thing for your children if you die unexpectedly. If both parents die at once and there is no financial insurance in their name, they will be handed over to foster parents and will be separated. No one can imagine their kids to go through such a situation, but poor people simply don't pay heed to it or accept the fact that anything can happen next in their unpredictable life. Number 9. No plans for paying down debt. When people get in debt, the first thing on their priority list is paying back the debt as soon as possible. Poor people often don't have a practical plan for paying the debt. They ignore their debt for as long as they can and never formulate a strategy to save money and pay it back. For paying down the debt, most people work part-time jobs, bring down their expenses, and sell their car or other valuable items. In a poor person's head, there is no accurate strategy to pay the debt. They keep feeling miserable and not in control of their finances. They feel guilty of it every day but never make a plan or effort to deal with it. This also affects their credit score and credit report, which later in life becomes a hurdle in financing their personal and entrepreneurial projects. Number 10. Getting loaned to get useless items. Poor people get loans to buy their next luxury car, jewelry, or go on a vacation. People who get loans pre-plan their strategy for paying it back. Rich people take loans to finance their business ideas and make them a reality. Their strategy helps them become independent and successful. Poor people aim to buy things that make them look rich, no matter how difficult it can get to pay the price of items they buy. They take loans for doing random and unimportant things. Some even pay their bills with credit cards and buy groceries and don't pay the credit card bill at the month's end. This not only adds more problems to their life but also traps them in the never-ending loop of poverty where they keep on hitting rock bottom again and again because of their poor financial decisions. Since you stayed with us till the end, here is a bonus point. Number 11. Forget to set their will. Not having a will set up when you have minor kids is one of the biggest mistakes that poor people make. In the event of their death, the state decides what to do with the kids in the estate they leave behind. Every parent must set up a will and assign a guardian to take care of their kids when they leave. There are hundreds of people sharing their stories on social media of how their parents forgot to set up their will and the state took over everything, leaving them empty-handed. No one wants to imagine how their kids will be like when they die. But no one stays on this earth forever. So when it comes to your child's security and well-being, it is vital to make necessary arrangements in time. Poor people let the people around them question their ideas, plans, and even their ability at achieving their goals. They listen to everyone and take the negative comments seriously. Poor people quit and give up on their passions while rich people strive to achieve their goals and leave them far behind in the dust. Poor people fail to follow their passions and sacrifice their ultimate goals for temporary pleasures. They misunderstand the importance of tough financial decisions and make financial mistakes that they rarely recover from. If you are someone who does not want to be poor, you should take notes and do everything opposite of what poor people do. Once you are ready to give what it takes to not be poor, you will be on your way to achieving financial goals. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this on a regular basis.